a problem, we're going to identify product costs versus period costs. We have the textbook from the end of chapter 16 pulled up here, and our working paper template down at the bottom. And so classify each cost of a paper manufacturer as either a product cost or a period cost. Salaries of scientists studying ways to speed forest growth. And so that's going to be a period cost. It's not directly tied to the production of the product. And so we'll put period here. And then I'm just going to also label it as expense. And so it's not asking us to do that, but I think it's helpful for us to identify period versus product, and then also whether we're talking about selling an administrative expense versus direct materials, direct labor, or manufacturing overhead. So B, cost of computer software to track our work in process inventory. And so we're now talking about work in process inventory, so it's directly related to our product. So that will be a product cost, and it's not a direct material or a direct labor, so it's going to be labeled as manufacturing overhead. And something that you might want to just note to yourself is that if it's a period cost, it has to be, didn't like that. It has to be a selling and administrative expense. If it's a product cost, it has to be direct materials, direct labor, or manufacturing overhead. So if you label it as period, you cannot then continue to label it as materials, labor, or overhead. It has to be the selling administrative expense. And vice versa, if it's a product cost, it has to be one of these three. Cost of electricity at the paper mill. So that's a product cost because it's at the mill where we're producing our paper. So we'll put product here. And it's not direct materials or direct labor, so it will also be manufacturing overhead. Salaries of the company's top executives. And so they are overseeing the entire company, not just the production, which makes their salaries a period cost, meaning it's a selling and administrative expense. Cost of chemicals to treat the paper. That's specific to the product, which is our paper, so that's a product cost. And it's going to be a direct material. Cost of TV ads, that's a selling cost, so it's period, and it's going to be our selling and administrative expense. Depreciation on the manufacturing plant, it's specific to the product because it's our manufacturing plant, and it's not materials or labor, so it's our manufacturing overhead. Cost to purchase wood pulp is a product cost, and that is direct materials. And then life insurance on the CEO is a period cost and will be a selling and administrative expense.